Seijiro Murayama, and tonight I played not a complete set of drum set, but I play the drums. Yeah, I play the drums. I prefer being drummer than to percussionist.
Okay. My name is Axel Dörner, and tonight I played the trumpet with an electronic extension.
I am Barbara Togander, and tonight I played 2 turntables and used my voice.
Vinzenz Schwab, I played a self-built computer patch with MIDI controllers.
Your performances tonight, would you say, that's was the question, but somehow, was it a kind of, let's say, I don't know what's free, but let's go on stage and start?
Yeah.
Or did you have any prepared things? No? Okay, and you?
I would think there's different kinds of preparation for a concert like this. So it was not our first concert together. So all the concerts we played before together are somehow existing, but maybe forget also a lot of things. But there's a lot of things present. So I think there is a preparation from my point of view.
Yeah. I think people are preparing something all the time. It's like this. I answered.
Yeah, you answered.
It's basically what I wanted to say.
Yeah, is it like this? You two, when you meet each other, this is a kind of prepared thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's possible not to prepare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For us,
I am not prepared to my death. To the not prepared for dying.
That's a good.
A little bit, but not totally.
Do you see being on stage something like prepare yourself for the death?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? It's not a kind of you have to go out here and to. No, I don't think so. Interesting. Because you started about being prepared for a death.
Yeah, I think that's another level. The death. It's dying. We are just playing music.
Okay.
Yeah, I said everyone is preparing for something. That's all.
Yeah, I agree with them completely. It's true. I mean, we don't discuss or, we don't think of we're going to do this or blah, or we don't have things prepared in the way of talking about it, or this is a part where we know that this is going to happen. But truth is, of course, we are all the time preparing things. And the fact of playing together, there is somehow something that builds up. So maybe you don't know what is going to happen, but at the same time you know what you have, right? So yeah, so I totally agree with you guys.
In fact, I made a mistake. Preparing ourselves, yeah. I forgot this, ourselves. For, yeah.
This is a different perspective. This I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. To prepare yourself. Yeah. Ah, yeah.
So there was a big mistake.
Mistakes is a good point. Like we played often together, and we know kind of what to expect from each other, so we are kind of prepared to improvise. And then, but still things can go wrong. And to be honest, today I felt like some things went wrong, but that's totally okay. I think if we agree on taking the risk to improvise something, so yeah, we maybe prepared somehow, but then also not, because
Now I don't want to excuse myself, but you're right. In the end, it's an old-fashioned question, because this was the question from the old thinking of scores, no scores, which tune, this tune. So it's nice that you said you prepare yourself somehow, yeah. And this is maybe from an old logic where you say you had free, you improvised free somehow. This is coming maybe somehow from the logic of we all say yes to this way of modulation, and somehow, and then you took a step out of it. Now I understand.
I have a question. Yeah, you said the free.
No, I just said sometimes they said free, but this is a freedom of getting rid of something. Yeah. Then I think I didn't ask about freedom somehow.
No, improvising freely, or I have a big program with this. The term free improvisation. I have a big program.
Sure, tell us.
I like to avoid this term free.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I didn't mean free. It's if you want to escape of something, you felt like being prisoned in or something, imprisoned. Yeah, then you feel like being free. But I ask you, or what is the point that you doing this way of music? Is it just you like it, or I don't know? And to an audience, why we need an audience? And
those are two questions.
Yeah, two. I'm sorry. Yeah, too much.
But no, but
Yes?
I mean, I don't know. For me, it's the way I connect better with music. I studied music in a formal way and played formal conventional music, and of course I had a great time doing it. But then this way of doing music for me is much more challenging. It requires my whole self there in a profound connection with what is happening and what is sounding. It's an absolute being there at the moment. I don't know. That's what comes up to me if I have to describe it. I prefer. I like doing it this way, and doing the music, or it's also a way for me to grow differently and to learn differently. And I find it very interesting and very enjoyable, although, it's beautifully unstable.
So you want to know why we are doing
this? If you question yourself, I don't know if you think it's you don't have to answer the question, but
that's a good point.
Yeah, you don't have to answer. If it's stupid, you can put other questions into the pot. Yeah, I'm just here to start, but I'm just wondering.
I it's a lot. I mean, this is a question very difficult to answer because it's very complex.
Hmm?
But maybe one of the reasons is to be in present time. And this music gives me some kind of awareness of being in present time with a past and imagined future, also imagined past, because the past I also imagine connected to it, but being in the present time, in front of an audience, and the audience is also in the present time, and we don't know what will happen the next moment, and I find this very fascinating. But basically it's the same like we are talking now. So we're also in present time, but it's a different level.
Yeah.
Because it's many senses are connected to it. It's slightly different than talking.
Oh, thank you.
So we don't have a text what we're reading.
Yeah.
No. You ask me a question and I give you an answer. And if you ask me next time, you might get a different answer.
Yeah, sure. I don't. No, that's the point.
That's what we are doing.
Yeah.
Every time different. We sorry, I intervened, but we know almost what we don't like, no?
Almost,
we don't like, but every time the results are different.
Oh.
Me personally, I'm looking for music to come, music to come, something that we don't know yet, music to come. This is very important because I am not a musician. And thanks to the practice of improvisation, I am here, instead of there. I was a listener. I was a listener. Still, I'm a listener. But strangely, I play here now. So it's a by chance. I became like this. So very strange, but still I feel my origin is being a listener. Still on the stage, I try to be a listener. And once again, what I'm interested in is to look for music to come. So that's why I need to make a, I don't remember the term, but in French, parenthèse. How do you say in English?
Parenthesis.
Parenthesis, something like music and put this, not music, but this, So, otherwise, we play music, quickly. Music is very influential. Everybody knows what it is. Not totally, but music is like this, like this, like that. For me, music is something that you can sing. This is my definition. You can sing. So I try not to sing when I improvise. Sometimes I start singing. Of course, I cannot avoid completely singing, but when I start singing, oh la 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 la, I have to stop. This is my way of put this. Yeah. Sorry, with alcohol I talk too much. With drinking.
No. So you mean when this what you are doing is connected to something you remember, or you stop, or
Yeah,
which comes? Does it have something to do with getting emotions, or just to already knew what it sounds?
No, this is a question for me. What is in French language?
Okay.
Language. This is a special word that only French people can use. Not as a that doesn't exist the equivalent in other languages. Other languages in English, they say language, but language as a French language, English language, but also language activities, no? And two meanings. In English, language, the word language covers two meanings: language activities, language capacities, and the language itself. So, quite complicated. But in French, langage and langue, these are different. These have different meanings. Langage means language capacity of using language. Capacities or activities of activities based on language. And so music can be considered as an extension of language, or one part of language activities. So big problem is we invented what is called language, both you can use, but sometimes we know how to talk, how to speak, but this activity itself enrolled us, as if we were pushed to speak by language itself. Sorry for this complicated discourse. Music also, if we know very well music, even if we don't want to, sometimes music pushes us to play like this, like that. This is a big danger, no? Big danger for me. Maybe not only for myself, not for the other people, but this is a topic of in the 60s of in French literature, French philosophy, yeah, kind of Roland Barthes, yeah, Roland Barthes. But now it's very far away. Their discourse is quite far away. They invented the idea that absence of the author, yeah, absence of the author. This is a big theme. But now I don't know who talks about it. Sorry for this development. Sorry for this.
I take a little bit of your development. Maybe I don't get everything, but the interesting point is we had here language. So I was laughing a little bit because I know already. Do you mean that it makes? Or let's change here. You use languages, but you're like first you take sound somehow, and then you're coming back. We get something, and maybe is this something if we get the meaning of a word, then it changed something in our head, and we lose our presence somehow because we can now point into it. That's this love. This is love. Yeah, And if you don't have a language, I don't know the word, then you just you don't have an structure where it's built in, so it can be then it can become something else. We don't know what it will become.
Once again, what I wanted to say is we made a tool. Yeah, we made a tool. We human beings invented a tool. Tool, you understand? No?
Tool.
A tool.
Tool. Yeah, and so we invented one tool for ourselves. No?
Yeah.
We are happy, but now sometimes one tool forces us to do something.
Yeah.
This question.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, that's all.
Uh,
Yeah. And that's a nice point. Yeah.
So tool is a kind of playing, for example, this. Yeah.
Yeah.
This, I learned this. Okay, and this is a big tool for playing music. No.
Hmm.
But in improvisation, this, for me, this is something automatic. Yeah, is harmful sometimes. Harmful. Kind of automatism. I talked about the danger, risk of automatism.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of walking like this. Yeah, automatic. No.
Yeah.
We are not conscious of each step anymore. But once we we broke one leg, we are obliged to be conscious of this movement. No? That's all what I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a contradiction with so being very conscious of everything you're doing, then you cannot do anything anymore. And but if everything is completely automatic, you are also not. You're not aware of what you're really doing. And probably what we're doing is somewhere in between. We are navigating with being very, very conscious and something which is more or less automatic, but with a certain kind of consciousness. Because there's different kinds of being automatic also, especially if you play music. I mean, there's pattern, and in language too. So this is a problem we constantly facing.
Okay. So that's why. Yeah. No. It's, I just have to think also this. I get you. That's very nice. Yeah. But what came to my mind to talk with you, because you talked about a mistake, and very often the beginning of being present is very often to have a mistake on stage, isn't it? How to cope with it? Will you fall? And very often a mistake, somehow, whatever is a mistake, gives you back the presence. How was your experience where you thought, it didn't work how you liked it? But in the end, isn't it very often the thing where you have to be, you're awake and start to be present more? I don't know.
Always different. I don't know. I think I'm more like an animal. I don't think too much about what I do, but what I thought before was like maybe an interesting topic is how to. Seijiro spoke about that when he starts to sing, he wants to stop because of this activity that you're kind of forced to because of habits or whatever, but then to make the language free of its use and use it as music again. That is what you do very brilliantly. Maybe that's an interesting thing to consider.
Yeah, thank you very much. Because that's what I start. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm not good in questioning. Yeah, you put a nice point about what you're doing with language. Yeah.
I'm fascinated by languages. I think it's difficult, it's dangerous, as he said. There is a point where I totally understand this, like, we'll go back to what he was saying actually. When I start to sing, I stop. But because there are some ways we work with the material we have, the way we want to work with it, and the way we can work with it, and there's some things we really don't want to go there. Maybe because of lots of things can happen to us in our heads while we do that. For me, language is a risky thing, and I like to work with risky things. As you said, you listen to a word and you know what that word means, and so I like to fragment. I like to stop. It's like I start singing, but I stop. So I give you the song. You know, I don't know, or the song is sounding, but it's such a fragmented way that you can catch it, but it doesn't stay.
Yeah.
And but that's because I feel very uncomfortable with staying there. In some way, it's what happens to him while singing. I feel uncomfortable, but at the same time, I want to work with words. You know what I mean? So I kind of go forth and back with that. It's a sort of a little battle that I like to have. And also the fragmentation, the fact of trying not to construct something, because the construction of the narrative is also a tramp. You know, it's a trap. So words are beautiful, but it's even, for me, it's even more beautiful. Or I like to cut them and fragment them, so there is a own poetry going on that I'm not under control, because I don't have an intention of doing any poetry. I'm just working like with a puzzle of words that are not entirely, because you know, that's right? Exactly.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, I like to work in that way. And there is also something very rhythmic about it. So there is meaning, but at the same time, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I don't really know what I'm doing. I mean,
just
you know,
talk. No, it's nice. That's what I like.
So it's there's some thing where I go and I enjoy the battle of it, and I enjoy the awkwardness of it, not being comfortable with it. That's amazing for me. Like, yeah.
Very inspiring what you say. I get something. Thank you. I saw you are really going into it, and I also question very often. For example, I'm sorry, maybe I'm talking stupid things, but I have to tell it.
You should.
Yeah, I should, because it's stupid. Whatever is stupid. Yeah, I could see you are going into it, and very often also there was a kind of music. I think 2001, and it was very abstract, and I loved it, and I felt like I want to go into it, but they were very. It was a way of habit. They were very strict. I loved it, but I have to go with whole I am. Yeah, you know what I mean. When I cut me, I got the blood will come out of it. Yeah, and it was an abstract way of playing this music. It was also, I think, in the 2001, and they were very strict. I don't know how to explain this. are we allowed? I saw it. You felt that free to put also yourself into it. That's what I really enjoyed, and sometimes I miss for me just also getting your body into the sounds. Yeah, I can't explain it. Do you get something what I want to say?
Yeah.
Yeah? In the end, we can do whatever we want to do, perform, as long as we don't perform something just maybe they like me afterwards. But can you say something about this yourself there, or be distant somehow? Also, when you're breathing with the air, it's very personal or something, or I don't know. It's your body which is working, and very interesting that you then have the sounds where you still can manipulate them. Then you two are in the same way of making sounds. Yeah, so then you can have a pause with your body, but still with your ears you're into it. So now I lose myself, but.
Yeah, I think there is the electronic music, and when you play an acoustic instrument is a little bit of a difference, because when you turn a knob or push a button, it's not so much, you don't need so much physical force to do that. Though you need a different kind of mental force. Because when you turn a button, it's extremely loud music, or even if it's quiet music. You also have to do this in the right moment, in the right way. So it's also very demanding, but quite in a different way than playing a physical instrument. It's slightly different. I think there's other problems, other difficulties with electronic music, because you push a button and you don't know what's going to happen. At least in my setup, it's like this. So I push a button and then something is happening, and I'm very surprised, and then I have to deal with this. But that's why I like this kind of setup, because it surprises me and pushes me into situations I'm not expecting. Where with my instrument, that is more difficult to achieve. So there's different.
I have a question. So it means you have no idea when you push a button or do turn a party what's happening?
Not exactly.
Because when you prepared your setup, of course.
Yes.
Yeah? And so if you do something and press a button, you expect something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say it's in a certain frame
and the
of expectation.
is in your you expect something is happening, yeah, and this leads me back what Vinzenz said about mistakes, yeah, and you that mistakes makes you make a kind of freedom, yeah. I don't agree for 100% in this, yeah, because if you are doing a live set and you make your things and you expect something, what will happen when you push this button and it doesn't work, it's not necessarily freedom. It also can be totally annoying and frustrating because it's not happening.
Or
yeah?
very funny.
Or very funny, yeah. You have
so
to
you don't know what's happening. Yeah?
you have to cope with it, and that's
Yeah.
the interesting point.
The
Huh?
thing is when I press a button and there's nothing happening, then I can immediately press another button. Within microseconds. I press
No, but
another
also you
button.
find yourself with another sound
Yeah.
suddenly. So you didn't expect that sound. But that's a huge door.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That is an opportunity.
Absolutely.
So the
It can be, but
mistake
sometimes
itself
it's also
doesn't
annoying.
exist actually.
Yeah.
You know.
It's a system. If I speak about the system I was playing today, which leaves a lot of uncontrolled
Yeah.
aspects, and so I have to deal with something basically, yeah, in a certain way uncontrollable, but I have to control it. I control the uncontrollable.
Yeah.
Isn't it also
Contradictory
Yeah.
attitude. But this topic is we can talk about the acoustic instrument also.
Yeah.
Uh,
Isn't it also if you use words and you use them out of context,
mm.
it's somehow the same that you say a word like Caravaggio and it means something else you didn't intended to say because of the context of freeing it from its original, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, no, but it's totally. You don't choose exactly what you're going to do. That's the right. You just like also the fact of doing things quickly in a very rapidly.
Mm.
Also,
Sometimes.
also
In an intuitive way.
gives you the possibility of losing control, and not there is all the time this thing of controlling, not controlling, controlling, not controlling. So I think that maybe the real freedom is there, where you can get in and out all the time. Like you need to lose control, but at the same time you need to be in control. So you're doing that all the time while you're improvising. And so
Yeah, I wouldn't connect it necessarily with the freedom.
Mm.
I'm
Me
not so
either.
sure about the freedom.
I don't like the.
Uh,
I don't like using the term freedom or free in this context.
Mm.
Or in this context means that in the context of the practice of improvisation. Yeah.
It's
Right.
yeah. Another thing is also you
Mm.
cannot control the other musicians. So
Exactly.
the other musicians are also doing something you, as one musician,
Mhm.
cannot control. So today, what he was doing was definitely completely outside of my control.
Really? Thank you.
But in the end, you stopped very, very good.
Yeah, this is.
But because it was prepared
Yeah,
before the concert.
yeah.
Yeah, we agreed on a certain time. We
Yeah.
would stop. Yeah.
Not precisely.
Not precisely.
We are fake
Yeah, that's what I
Fake.
didn't, I wasn't, I was too shy to ask this, but as I saw it for years
Now
ago,
it
the
comes
first
out.
time.
In fact, through this discussion, or I don't know, but something, it is not, for me, it's not something incredible that what you organize is something I have never heard. It's not interviews, yeah, and interviews to two groups, no,
Yeah,
and also this is a kind of a little bit public situation,
yeah,
and you realize something incredible, and also I'm curious. To know how do you put this interview on the web page? Yeah, it's very big task. Anyway, this made me discover what I'm really interested in. That is, what I'm interested in is to discover each person, each human being, and from the aspect of real, yeah, real. Now he's saying something real or not, yeah. This I discovered, and in fact the practice of improvisation, even if I do it by myself, it's a kind of fake. It's a kind of fake, and not totally real. We have a tool to be fake. We have a tool, yeah, to be fake. So we have techniques and knowledges about sounds, and so this is a second degree. The first degree happens when each one talks, yeah, talks with not in a smooth way, but taking time. Sometimes we don't find a good word, yeah, and slow down, go quick, and these movements, that is something that interests me, something real, yeah, real. I found this in each one's discourse tonight. So I should stop improvising, I think.
So
thank you for.
let's stay incomplete and thank you very much for this time to talk. Yeah, and thank you for the nice performances tonight. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Thank you very much for having
asking
us.
Yes, thank you.
I'm curious.